Greetings. Thank you for joining me. Source consciousness is with us. Each and every one of us. Even though our perception may not be directly aligned like Legos, and you're putting them together to make a wall, to make a house, to make a car or a tree. You need to line those inputs up with the outputs. And sometimes thinking too much can block the building from being built, the experience from being had in a way that will benefit you and others. And that's okay. It's okay to trip over your shoes because your shoelaces aren't tied. It's okay to drop water and trying to take a drink. It's okay to sit in an anthill and get bit by ants or mosquitoes, because that's part of the journey as well. But you may find when you are aligned, it can start to rhyme effortlessly, to where you're not having to think about what the next step is. Judge the actions. There's a way to smile, to dance, and when you fall, you make that fall part of the dance. Isn't the saying to fall in love? Well, if you're in love all the time, then you're constantly falling. Just like I've heard that walking is controlled falling. We're sitting here underneath the stars and the trees at night. It's about 4 a.m. Just bringing through some connection, some communion. I started channeling about 6-7 months ago. I had been doing the Monroe technique. Robert Monroe pioneered the hemisync, the gateway process, the binaural beats, which plays one tone in one ear and another tone, slightly different tone in the other ear. That in effect will synchronize both hemispheres of the brain to work together. The Ida, the Pingala, masculine and the feminine. And energy appeared, one of my journeys, that identified itself as Jaquel, Well, first it identified itself as Mr. Smithers. And I was like, what is that? And it's I'm second to the big one. I'm second to the big guy. And then the name Jaquel came out in a session after that. Saw the being sitting on a couch, relaxing, kicked back, with golden light as the face, the shining light as the face. Now I'm in sort of an altered state right now. I've been working with being able to present myself naturally, instead of a trance like Carla Ruckhart, where she's speaking super slow. I'd like to be able to speak regularly. You might hear me say I or we, but essentially all things are one. This one energy expressing itself in so many different ways. And it's a type of remembrance, coming back to source, coming back to who we actually are. Because in this life we could have accumulated so many different things from others, or experiences, or emotions, thoughts, energies. I'm sure you've all been doing some type of cleansing, some type of grounding, some type of expansion. It's okay to go into your cave, have that time of rest and recuperation. But that time is also just a plateau, because there's many things to do moment to moment, and sitting in one place could be doing something. So it's just where that attention is aligned, and this is remembrance for that attention. Like a school bus. You get on the school bus, so you get to relax for a little while, and then you get out and go to school. On the school bus, you might talk to your friends, listen to music. Maybe it's a city bus. You gotta sit there and wait sometimes for the city bus, unless you're late to it and you gotta run. Gotta run to catch. Hey, bus driver, don't leave me. And each will have their own specific journey in whatever way is relevant. So that comparison can be a thief of the joy, thief of creativity, where we see these things that we've accumulated, and they probably might not stop. Opportunities to take certain paths. But you'll know what's right for you when the time arises. Ideas of silence, ideas of rest. As action comes from rest. Sound comes from silence. Something complex is really built from something simple. If you're familiar with the idea of a fractal, you can take a triangle and create a fractal. Overlay that equilateral triangle within itself. And turn it upside down, have it touch the sides. And then make another iteration of that. Turn it right side up, inside the other one. And another one. And then another one, another one. You can do that to infinity. Ideas of the Mandelbrot. In a way, the silence helps to experience magic. Because the logical mind wants to try to figure everything out. And from trauma situations, from strain, from worry, these energies can get stored in the body. So that silence, that cleansing can help to expand efficiently. I want you to take 3 breaths. In, relax, relax, relax fully into the breath. In, relax, 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 fully breathing out. One more. In, and fully relax into that breath. You are an integral piece of the universe. It wouldn't be whole without you, and we thank you for joining us today. Hope you have a beautiful day.